Outlet Liquor is your place to buy a case. Stock up and save when you shop the lowest prices available every day at Outlet Liquor. You never have to wait for a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Only at Outlet Liquor.
What's your outlet?
Folks, welcome into Crossing Swords. I'm your host, Ty B. We have Dwayne here joining me. The Buffalo Sabres will be hosting the Boston Bruins, and it is Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's debut tonight. Dwayne, first off, a shout out to our brand new sponsor, Outlet Liquor. What's your outlet? The place to buy a case. But Dwayne, we got to talk about it here. UPL's debut. How are you feeling?
I'm not going to keep my expectations high. I know he struggled a bit in Rochester. He came off double hip surgery, which is not an easy injury to come back for any goaltender. But I will say that this is probably the most anticipated goalie debut since Ryan Miller for this organization. But I don't think that's a stretch to say.
No, absolutely. And we've seen, a lot of these young guys coming in and making their careers and their names known for right away. We've seen Borgen play really well. Jacob Bryson's played really well. Arttu Ruotsalainen with another goal last night. So, they're stepping in, and this youth infusion has really helped this team take a big step forward from where they were a few weeks ago when Ralph Kruger was still in charge of this team. Just a complete difference. Right now, Dwayne, it's night and day. Even yesterday, if you look at the score line, it looks very lopsided. But with those goals coming sort of late, they were never fully out of it until late when those last couple came.
No, they weren't, and they battled back in the second period to tie it up on a nice play from I think who was it? Who the primary assist on Ruostalainen's goal? Was it Bajork?
Yeah,
Bajork. It was Bajork. It was a 2-on-1 Bajork to Ruostalainen to tie the game. And then, the third period, they just kind of fell apart. It's easily their worst third period under Granato. But that's besides last night, the third period has probably been the one thing that's stood out the most about this team and how well they've played under Granato is their ability to stay in games in the third period and come back and get games in the garage in the third period, which is huge. Has been huge. Now you have a rookie goaltender in that, and there's I would love to know what was going on through his head. This whole entire day. Obviously, he probably knew at least yet by yesterday. When it was announced that he was starting, I don't know if he had any idea leading into that, but being a goalie that's about to make his NHL debut, like me personally, I'd almost not want to know until the morning of, just because I just don't need all those nerves cooking around in my stomach for 48 hours. No, thank you. So, I remember Ryan Miller's debut against the Detroit Red Wings. He got pumped for like 6 goals, but it was at least 6 goals, I think. But, it was a forgettable performance, but we all know how his career in Buffalo ended up. So let's hope for the same thing here with UPL. Let's just, show me that you look the part, track the puck well. I want to see him play well off his post. I want to see him stay square to the puck, not the shooter. There's certain little things I want to see him do. It shows that he belongs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the big thing because when you look at his numbers, when he was in the ECHL, 912 save percentage, decent numbers down there. When he made that jump up to Rochester, numbers in the 870s, 888 this year with through 14 games, a 3.6 goals against average. Those are not good numbers, especially for the AHL. Got to be a little bit better than that, especially if you want to be that top prospect in net. So, we'll see if he's able to figure things out. There's been a lot of goalies in the past who, have struggled at different points, but for whatever reason, they just come in here and catch fire right away. You think about, what happened in St. Louis just a few years ago with Jordan Binnington as an example, a guy who probably should have been in that position. He was even older than UPL, like not a prospect at all. And he made a mark for himself just from getting hot because you come in and you build a little confidence quick and you never know what could happen at the goaltending position because in general, their skill levels are all about the same. I think the mental aspect and the communication with the team is the one thing that really kind of takes most of the goalies over the top, Dwayne.
Yeah. so much about how good a goalie is. It's so much more mental than anything. It's just as much mental as it is physical. And pregame, preparation, your routines, going through those routines, find a routine that works for you. Just being able to stay focused and just at the task at hand and the goal at hand before every game, and just Tom, come on.
He's got a lot to say about goalies.
Yeah, he's excited. He's excited. He knows he's excited for UPL too. But it's just the ability to, stay focused, hopefully, obviously in the future have a good relationship with your goalie partner, because that's also key too. Because it's their job, especially if you're a starter, to help you stay focused and stay, be ready for every single game. And kind of help bring you down to earth. Don't let you get too high. Don't let you get too low. It's not just the responsibility of the coach, that your goalie partner, that's a big responsibility of theirs too. And I've been in both two different situations where I've had goalie partners where, they were competitive and they wanted me to do bad. And, I've had goalie partners that had my back and, wanted me to play well. So, at the NHL level, I assume that it's more on the second one. Your goalie partner wants you to play well. Obviously, they want the net too, but they know their place. But we'll see what happens here, man. I'm not expecting the world out of UPL tonight. Just look like you belong.
Absolutely. And the place you all belong to watch the Sabres game, Amherst Pizza and Nail House, half off Labatt Blue, Blue Light, Molson, and Coors Light pitchers during all Sabres games until they win the Stanley Cup. So that means this deal will be going throughout the rest of this season and next season as well. And on top of that, half price medium pepperoni pizzas. Make sure you give them a call, 716-625-7100, and get in there. Some of the best wings in town as well. If you're ever in the North Towns, make sure you stop by. But Dwayne, we're getting into this game here. Sabres about plus 275 underdogs in this one after that loss last night. But I think, getting UPL in this one, we talk a lot about, are you going to play for the guy behind you? Are you going to play for that guy in net? Well, you have so many of these young guys up here in Rochester who have made connections with UPL over the past few years, have been at development camps with him. So it's not just like, hey, it's the young guy coming in. Are these veterans going to play for him? It's a lot of guys he's played with and has experience with. So they want to play and make his first game as good as possible.
There's teammates. They've gotten to know UPL. They've played with in front of UPL, and like you said, they've been at development camp with them. There's a relationship there, so I don't think that it's going to be difficult for them to. You should want to play well for any goalie that you have in that. Hey, come on. Any goalie that you have in that, but you should be just knowing that A, this is his debut. He's probably outrageously nervous, and B, you're used to seeing him in the locker room, whether you're down in Rochester while he was there, and whether you were down in Rochester while he was there, or, again, you just, gotten to know him while he's been up on the taxi squad here and there. So, like I said, I just hope that, they can find a way to get this one in the garage for him tonight and get him his first victory. That'd be a really cool story, especially, again, with the season he had and the comeback he's had to make after that injury and that surgery. So, let's get him a W here.
Absolutely. That's what I think we all want to see. So, Dwayne, we're going to get in here for our predictions. If I'm a betting man, which everyone knows I am, just got off the Degenerate Danger Zone. Make sure you follow us at Degenerate Zone on Twitter. But I think I'm betting on the Sabres here at plus 275. There's just too much value. I think, like I said, I think they're just going to be playing for UPL so much. I think he's going to have some confidence builders early, because this Boston offense isn't as scary as it used to be the past few seasons. Yeah, so that's a big difference. I like the Sabres in this one. Dwayne, what do you think?
I like the Sabres too. I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a tight game, I think. If I were a bet man, I'd say they get this one in overtime or in a shootout, 4-3.
Yep, I'll take that. And shout out to everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, do whatever you got to do. Make sure you support. We're going to be continuing to come at you. Dwayne will be back here, I know, for post game maybe tonight.
Either or, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how
that.
this game goes. I might hop in as well. I think I'll be around. So, again, shout out to our sponsors, Outlet Liquor. What's your outlet? The place to buy a case in Amherst Pizza and Ale House. Make sure you get over there to check out a game or just grab some food when you're in the North Towns. For myself, Ty B and Dwayne, thank you for joining us. Let's go Buffalo.